Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Moz and welcome back to the channel. Anyways, in today's video I will be going ahead and sharing with you guys my top 3 lessons that I have learned on my self-improvement journey thus far in the last almost 3 years now since I have started. This November will mark about 3 years since I've started working on myself, which, by the way, these lessons are going to be in no specific order. So yeah, before we go ahead and we dive into the video, be sure to go ahead and smash the like button for your boy, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new because we're on the road to 2K. And I also want to just quickly say thank you guys for 1,150 subscribers. I know I haven't been posting recently, and I really don't have any excuse, to be honest. I've just, been lazy. I'm gonna keep it real. But the fact that I'm still growing has honestly given me the spark to try my best to pump out this content for you guys. But yeah, just want to go ahead and show my appreciation real quick. And then last but not least, turn on my post notice bell so you never miss out on any of my future video uploads. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's dive into the video and the first lesson that I've learned. Lesson number 1 that I have learned on my self-improvement journey thus far is that your presentation, bro, is ultimately going to be your reputation. And all I'm simply implying here is how you present yourself when you walk out of your house and into the real world is ultimately how people are going to view you, perceive you, and decide how serious to take you. Hence why you notice when people dress like a bum or, they're homeless, people don't take them too serious. Whereas if it's somebody in a suit or, somebody that looks like they're important or high profile, people take them much, much more serious. And I, at one point, didn't think this was a thing until I started to work on myself at 24. I'm 26 now. I didn't realize how much better people would treat me, how much more respect I get from people and my peers, how much more women find me attractive, and how much more serious women even take me. Because prior to being 24, bro, and I've talked about this in multiple videos, I had zero dating experience. And so I say all of this to say to you watching this, bro, if you haven't already started to take yourself more serious and you haven't, decided to present yourself in a better light when you walk out of the house, start taking yourself more serious and start to work on your presentation and presenting yourself better when you step out of the house. Because when you start to take yourself more serious, that's when people and women start to take you more serious. Lesson number 2 that I have learned on my self-improvement journey thus far is the fact that this whole self-improvement thing, oftentimes for most people, especially if you're starting at rock bottom and you live with your parents and you're starting from ground zero, that this is oftentimes going to be a very, very lonely journey, and that not everybody is cut out for this shit. Because when I first started taking myself more seriously and I started putting forth efforts, dropping a lot of my bad habits, started picking up better habits, I started to, have better conversations with better people, I didn't realize how much I would start to not relate to the old things and the old people in my life. Like, I oftentimes catch myself when I see, some of my boys from high school, or I run into people from high school and, we conversate this and that. I didn't realize how much I have to dumb myself down to meet them at their level, to have a conversation with them, and how little some of the shit they talk about doesn't stimulate me anymore. And the fact that I'm now not necessarily lonely but isolated because I want more for my life. I want something beyond you know, what most people are typically living in this life, I didn't notice how lonely I would become and how lonely it would be embarking on this journey. And so if you're not ready for this shit, bro, if you're not ready to start losing a lot of people in your life, if you're not ready to let go of some of the bad habits that you have, and you're not willing to make sacrifices in order to get to where it is you want to go and to become the man that you've always wanted to become, then don't embark on this journey, okay? Because I wish somebody had told me this before I had started. But I will say though, so far on this journey with me bettering myself and constantly working on myself, it has definitely been one of the more rewarding and the most fulfilling things that I have ever done in my life. And that right now, my hardest struggle is just trying to deal with this continuous isolation for the time being until I start to have a little bit of success to where doors start to open and I meet newer and better people. But yeah, that's the second lesson that I have learned on this journey, is that when it comes to you bettering yourself, it is going to be a lonely road, and don't expect most people to understand you or understand the journey you're about to embark on. Lesson number 3, the last and final lesson that I have learned on my self-improvement journey thus far. And I know at the beginning of this video I said this is in no specific order, but to me personally, this is probably the biggest lesson that I have learned, and one that I want you guys, especially you younger guys out there watching this video, to take, is that eventually everybody's time is going to come, which means your time with whatever it is you're trying to do, or if you're trying to have a glow up, it's going to come. And not only that, but everybody is living their life on their own timeline. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I was 17 up until I was about 24, when I started to take myself more seriously, I was hopeless, bro. Didn't necessarily have the best style, didn't care to, you know, take care of my hair. I got shitty buzz cuts, you know, I had zero experience with girls, you know, all these kind of, I was having all these issues. I didn't necessarily look attractive either. I didn't think I was ever going to be attractive to a girl. But when I started to take myself more serious at 24, and now being 26 looking back, I didn't realize that sometimes some people's time is going to come later, and that your time in your life is never late. You're on time and you're on your own timing. Because you ever notice how when you look up on the internet some of your favorite successful people and their story, you ever notice how the ages are different? You know, some of your favorite people that you look up to, your inspirations, they became successful at 25. Some of them became successful at 42. Hell, some of them became successful at 55. And what that should show you is that your time is going to eventually come. It may not be right now, it may not be in the next 1 year, it may not be in the next 5 years, but eventually it is going to come. So there is no point in you stressing out and worrying about if, you know, your time is going to come. Instead, rather, what you should go ahead and do is every single day, day in and day out, not only focus on the 24 hours you have in front of you, but take the necessary steps, even if it's just one step forward, to getting yourself to where you always wanted to be by putting in the work. Because I didn't think I was going to have a glow up when I was in high school, and that I only thought people only had glow ups in high school, and how you looked in high school was always going to be how you looked for the rest of your life. But little did I know that when I started to take myself more seriously and I took care of myself, did I realize that that is absolutely not the case. And had I known that, I definitely, you know, would have beat myself up a lot less. I would have been a lot more patient with myself. I would have started putting in the work a lot earlier, because I'd be a lot, you know, I'd be much further along in my life than I am now. And then ultimately, I would have just been more present and more optimistic with my life, and I wouldn't, I guess you could say, psych myself out of so many great moments had I been mentally okay. But that's all I really had to say in today's video. I'm hoping this video came out to how I wanted it to be, mainly because I actually had to re-record this because the first recording, the audio like got fucked. So I'm still kind of mad about that, but hopefully I got what I wanted to say out on the camera. But if you guys did enjoy this video or you found any value out of this, be sure to go ahead and smash the like button for your boy. Drop a comment down below, not only what you thought of this video, but if you're an older guy watching this video, I want you to drop a comment giving one piece of advice to the guys that, let's say, are younger than 25. One lesson that you have learned on your self-improvement journey thus far that you can share with them so they can learn it sooner and not make the same mistakes that you and I had to make. So drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, because we're on the road to 2K. And then last but not least, turn on my post notice bell so you never miss out on any of my future video uploads. I want to thank you all again for watching. Thank you for your continuous love and support, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace.